Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and for another Cool Katz Quickies, and a bit different this time because I've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to get to play with some of their new dies, and we have these Mexican tag dies. Now we've had the Mexican shape before, so the Mexican just means this shape here, like a Mexican whisker. So we've had the Mexican whiskers, we've had the belly band, we've had the flip flap, but now we've got these lovely big tags as well. And not only do we get the tags, we also get some pockets as well for them. So they naturally fit into two little groups, the main piece and a mat and layer. So you do get 6 tag shapes, but they mat and layer to make 3 different size tags. And then these match the larger ones as well to give you a main pocket and a mat and layer for it as well. So I thought I'd go through a few videos. There's going to be a couple of videos with these over the week, and we'd start off with just the basic how to make some tags with them. So let's put them aside and we'll start with the easiest way of making a tag. So what you would do is you'd take your base one and then you'd take your mat and layer one. And you can see it's just slightly smaller, which will give us a natural mat for it. The only thing I will tell you is number 2 is slightly different. Number 2 has got a score line here, which we'll use to do some different things later on in another video. So if you're going to make a tag with this and it doesn't come out of your cards, don't panic. It's meant to do that. But the score line is quite obvious and you can actually take your scissors and just cut across it. Okay, so let's just do a basic tag first of all. So the basic tag, as I said, you would cut the larger one from your cardstock, and then you would take your mat and layer like so, and I've got Cafe Parisienne by Graphic 45 here, and I've just take some black ink. I'm using black soot distress ink here because I've got a black cardstock. We'll just go around the edge, just get rid of that white edge, just a nice finishing touch. And you can just stick it straight down. But one thing that's great about these tags, they're a bit bigger than the last ones we had, which does mean if you do have photo slots 1, we have this square die in that set, and you can place that in the center. You can take some low tack tape and place it down. And just running it through my die cutting machine. Excuse me. Here we go. So in that set, of course, as all the other photo slot dies, we have the curved photo slots, which is cut in, but it's totally camouflaged. You can't really see it. So if you didn't want to use them, you could just stick it straight back down. It wouldn't matter. But you do get this die as well, which is your frame die with this lovely pierced edging, which I've already cut out for you. So you get a mat and layer for a 3x3 photo. And I place that inside my curved corners. So it shows me where I need to avoid with my glue. And we're going to go round and just avoid where the black bits are, because that's our photo mat. And place it down. Ooh. Just need to move it a little bit just to centralize. There we go. And that is how you'd just make a tag. And of course then you could just cut one of the mat and layers in plain cardstock and stick it on the back, so you could have some journaling. That's up to you. But as I said, first one, just a nice basic photo album, photo mat. So we can put that then into our album, fit it into a pocket. Now, if I'd known the Mexican ones were coming out, I probably would have used a Mexican in that Cool Katz Quickie. There we go. So we've got one tag. Now we're going to have a look at how we can also use the pockets. So this is a 3-in-1 quickie. So we have got our main tag cut out. And then from the largest one, which is that one, we'll cut out the same, but in our black cardstock as well. And then the matten layer will spot. I've actually used the same piece. I managed to get out of one piece of 8x8 height-wise. So I've got my back and my matten layer as well for the pocket. So just make sure you're comparing all the time to make sure you're using the correct size. Because I have done that before. I've cut the smaller one out of my cardstock. Right, so to start off with, I've already inked the edges with my black soot. Froggy throat this morning. Right, so let's glue this one down. Again, this is going to go into my Cafe Parisienne Morgana album that I've been working on for these Cool Katz Quickies. Okay, but I don't want to glue the pocket one on yet, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tiger tape, my black construction tape, and I'm going to be taping my pocket. So I've got it with a die cut. You know, you've got the beveled edge. That's the front. That's the nicer looking edge. That is the back then. It's not quite as proper frog in my throat today. So you want the bevel edge facing up. I'm going to take my tiger tape and find the end. Here we go. And stick size up for now, just so it doesn't stick to everything. I'm going to cut a piece just slightly longer than the pocket. Here we go. And I'm going to place this with the nice side facing down. I'm just going to place it across the middle there. There we go. And I'm going to cut 2 pieces just longer than the sides. And I'm going to try and get it up to the top of there, as close as I can. Oh, and not crossing over here. You don't lose that shape, do you? There we go. Now, when I bring this over, it's likely to cover that shape there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to trim it a bit shorter. There we go. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I've cut a piece. I'm not going to cover the shape, just come up to what I'm saying. So you know that diagonal piece there? I don't want to be covering that bit. So just a bit shorter. There we go. And just trim it a bit shorter. So we've got the 3 sides covered. But it's going to be really hard to stick it down with these corners like this. So what I'm going to do is just do my miter. So I'm going to cut towards that corner. Let's go straight across. And the same on the other side. I'm just going to cut straight across that corner. So bring it closer to the camera for you to see what I've done. So I've got my cardstock here and covered the 3 sides and mitered the corner. Now I'm going to take my tag with the paper facing down and I'm lining up the corners with the corner of the pocket. So, and then just folding back each side and folding back the bottom edge. And I can just do that. And I could cut now another piece of decorative paper on the back and we'll cover that as well. And then I'm just going to use the mat and layer. And place it on. And there we go with a bit too much glue, a pocketed tag now. So we've got a pocket which is 4 1/4 wide, which means you can fit your 3x4 photos in, you can fit your 6x4s vertically in like that. It would cover that. But what you can do is stick this then onto an album page and you've got a nice decorative pocket where you can put your 6x4 photos in as well. Alternatively, what you could also do, if I grab another one of these, before you stick that down, you could put 2 of these back to back and tape the 3 edges. And that would mean you would also then have a pocket there. So if you stuck that then down onto your album, you've got a pocket there and a pocket there. So you doubling up your potential there. So what you'd do then is, as I said, you would tape those 2 black ones together, then stick your paper, then do your pocket, as we just done in that tutorial. So technically there's an extra sneaky tutorial in there. But what we can also do is create a tuck pocket using just the pocket pieces. So I've cut 2 of the larger pocket pieces and I'm going to tape it up just as I did with the pocketed tag. Let's see if we can do it a bit quicker. So I did this in my archway tunnel album. Was it? Or no, the archway album I did. And I accidentally gave away a sneak peek a few weeks ago, which I wasn't supposed to do and hadn't realised, but I didn't get in trouble. Thank you, K Maggie. So I'm just cutting it, but it's too long. It's going to cover that when I fold it over. So I'm just going to trim it down. And again, still long enough. Let's bring it up to the edge. Stick it down. Trim it a bit shorter. And then find it easier still to put the corners. Here we go, matched up the corners. Pull in one side. Oh, I didn't do the mitering. See, that's what happens then. You get all this horrible curling up. There we go. Let's line it up again. There we go. So you've created a pocket like so. And then I've used some more papers from Cafe Parisienne. What I plan to do then is just stick the whole pocket onto an empty space in the album, and that just offers us a lovely little tuck spot. And with it being a tuck spot, what you can do is attach ephemera and overlapping here. Same with this tag. You can add ephemera pieces here because it will still tuck behind. But Cafe Parisian came out before the ephemera pieces did. Now, so there we go. That is my first Cool Cat Quickie using the new Mexican pockets. Are we in? There we go. And the sun starts to come out now, so I'll try and hide the shadows. So we got just a regular tag, which you can use your set one square with. You've got your pocket tag, and you've got your pocket as well, which you can just stick down onto a page. Do you have a page here? I'm not going to be doing, so it look quite strange with that, but you can put it there and you can fit your 3x4s landscape or your 6x4s portrait onto them. So just tape and glue, stick it down. So that's a handy way of filling up empty spaces in your album. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and make sure you join the Cool Cats Facebook group and my Facebook group called Paper Crafting with Paul. I shall add some links in the description below for you to find them. And remember to head off to the shop as well. Again, I'll put a link in the description below for you to find these amazing tags, because this is just the beginning. This is just the basics. I've got a few more quickies coming up using these. So please hit that subscribe button so you get a notification of when those new videos go up. And if you haven't already, give it a thumbs up if you like these. And I shall see you all again very soon.